Shift our focus to get you more insight happening in from the state of Karnataka, in fact, pardon me. Now, in Karnataka, you're looking at the elections that are just around the corner. You're looking at almost all political parties talking of the issues that are important to them. And also a lot of star power that people are talking about this election season. After Shivamogga-based advocates' letter, now the JDS has written to the Election Commission and they are seeking a ban on the screening of movies, shows and advertisements featuring Kiccha Sudeep until they say elections are over. Now, why exactly? Because you would recall that he has pledged his total support for Basavaraj Bommai. We've seen that big press conference just about 48 hours earlier. And it was the Congress initially that was raising concerns about why advertisements and movies of the actor should still be allowed to be watched in the state of Karnataka because of the model code of conduct that is in place. And we have Mr. Sriram, who's a political analyst, live with us from Chennai this afternoon, along with Dr. Sumanth Raman, who's a political analyst, also on the broadcast from Chennai. As I say, good afternoon to both of them. Sumanth, I want to take the first question to you. Are you for a ban or you're against the ban?
Look, it's not about me being for or against a ban. It is what the rules originally used to say, that if somebody was associated with a political party and was actively campaigning, then their photographs or their movies should not be used until the elections are over. Now, this used to be the rule for many, many years. Now, of course, it has become meaningless because even private channels have come. In the good old days, I remember the moment, I remember massive, huge film stars like the likes of even MGR and NTR and so on. Once the elections were announced, their movies would not be screened on any official government channels and so on. Of course, today a lot of that is meaningless because of the explosion of private channels, private social media platforms and so on. So I don't think even if the Congress wants some kind of a ban, it's not going to work on the ground. But those used to be the rules. I mean, I remember very clearly for many decades, those used to be the rules in any election. Now, of course, I think that it has become meaningless. So I think they're just making a point just to say that, look, it won't be fair if his movies are continuously being screened because it is for all practical purposes offering a kind of a platform for the BJP.
Sumanth, what you're speaking on is a different point, whether that ban at all is going to be meaningless in today's day and time or not. But it's also our positions that political parties take, Mr. Sriram, because what about, the son of Mr. Kumaraswamy? What about Nikhil Kumaraswamy? He's an actor. And, haven't we seen him campaigning? Haven't we seen his movies and the other endorsements that have been visible on television and elsewhere during an election season? I mean, Mr. Sriram, what possibly could be the premise of any political party to call for a ban on an actor and his work during the election season unless they are rattled?
Is that for me?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. They are rattled, obviously. So Sudeep enjoys a massive with the people of Karnataka. They are kind of rattled. So that's the only reason on which they would like to stall the mileage that can go to BJP. Everyone has the will or the right to support or an individual that they think that they would want to. I mean, we have seen cricketers in the past, parties, so were the actors from the Bollywood, from all the woods. They have been supporting where I think they would want to support. So why would the rule come only to Sudeep Kiccha just because he's backing Mr. Bommai? This is a knee-jerk reaction is what I could represent JDS.
Okay, you believe this is a knee-jerk reaction from both the Congress and the JDS. Dr. Sumanth, now why don't you weigh in on, what we see political parties usually do, saying and doing during election seasons? Because just the other day, there were also pictures of DK Shivkumar with the actor. Now, this is another story that relationship did not fructify and he is today not campaigning for the Congress, but he decides to campaign for the BJP instead. Now, what did the Congress say, Sumanth? They said, oh God, this is star power that the BJP needs desperately. And, this won't help because Kannadigas will have other issues on top of their mind when they go to vote. So if that is the case, why to, have a problem with any actor who possibly is endorsing a chief minister, or, he's saying in personal capacity, I'm going to be out there campaigning? Is this really such a big deal? What about if this move backfires, this demand backfires, Sumanth?
No, it's the demand is unlikely to backfire. It's unlikely to be effective, as I already told you. But let's face it, the photographs with Mr. D.K. Shivakumar were before Mr. Sudeep announced that he would be campaigning for the BJP. So there's no issue of linking that to any political propaganda. The point really is that, Mr. Sudeep has now thrown in his lot with a particular political party. So therefore, and being a huge star in Karnataka, I don't think it is even fair or logical to equate the stardom of Sudeep with Nikhil Kumarasamy. So I think that you have to understand that being such a huge star, naturally the Congress party is justified in feeling anxious about it. Though obviously I don't believe that that movie stars can swing elections anymore. At the most, maybe in a couple of seats here and there. But beyond that, I don't think a movie star can swing a statewide election. But as an opposition party, I think the Congress and the JDS have got a genuine reason to say that this should not be, that publicity to him through his films or whatever, she can be held back for a period of 30 days. But it's not going to work on the ground, for sure. But they are justified in asking that.
Okay, but you do concede that this could have actually got both the JDS and the Congress anxious. Mr. Sriram, I would have loved to come to you, sir, but we've completely run out of time. But we look forward to talking to both of you gentlemen again through this evening and the next 34 days. We are exactly 34 days away from the big Karnataka elections. Thank you to both Sumanth and Mr. Sriram. On the other side, we are back with lots more as always. Republic will be your election news headquarters. We are getting more election-related news and other stories after this quick break.